It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. Uncensored, unedited, and almost uninterrupted. Get ready for the most extra podcast known to man. The Ace and TJ Show presents the Extra Funny Podcast.
Well, howdy do. Howdy do, neighbors. You know that's not a Southern thing, Reed.
Howdy do.
Howdy do.
Good. It's awful.
Howdy do.
Who is that? The guy from The Simpsons? How diddly do? Or,
Yeah.
Ned
Flanders.
Ned
yeah.
Flanders. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Neighborino.
What?
I called Riggins my neighborino.
Oh.
That's how he says it on the. Anyway, continue.
All right, we have a story. Oh wait, make sure you go and subscribe to all of our podcasts and stuff. Go to the ACJ family app, Spotify Spotify, Apple, all of it. Download, subscribe, say you like it, whatever you got to do to help us. That's all we're at. We're begging, you know. We have a guy who, you know, if you didn't know anything about this guy, you would know one thing from this video that we have. It's about a 10-second video. You know that every one of his friends is as white can be. So, how do we know that just from a little 10-second video? Well, you'll find out next. Hey, we're here with Richard Toccato, our friend from the Richard Toccato Companies, and this is great. It is great. The interest rates are coming down and probably time for you to refinance.
Oh, it's absolutely the time to refinance. Do it now. Call 704-800-4719. Save hundreds of dollars a month.
Yeah, if you've just bought a house in the past couple of years, you've got a chance to save hundreds of dollars right now. Hundreds of dollars a month, I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hard to believe. 704-800-4719. One free 5-minute phone call does it. Or just check out homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
The dictionary defines extra as extravagant, excessive. Yeah, sounds about right. This is the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
Yep. So, there is a handsome teenage boy sitting at he just came in from a night out, and he sits down at the counter in his house, in his kitchen, the bar. And his mom asks him what he's been doing and if he had fun. This is the interaction.
You had fun with the guys?
Yeah.
Who went?
Hayden, Caden, Braden, Peyton, Aiden, Jaden, Eli.
Are you joking?
No, that's actually their names, yeah.
You're right. They're all white.
Well, I don't think Jaden is. He said Hayden, Aiden was one of them, but he said Jaden.
Eli. She's called Eli.
Eli, yeah. I think they're all white except Jaden.
You had fun with the guys?
Yeah.
Who went?
Hayden, Caden, Braden, Peyton, Aiden, Jaden, Eli.
Are you joking?
No.
Yeah, so said Peyton and Jaden.
Yeah.
But Jaden is, I think, 95% of the time that's a black guy's name.
I'm trying to think of any
Jaden
white
and
names.
Jalen are usually black guy names.
The only Jaden I can think of is Jaden Smith.
If you're watching,
Jaden Daniels.
If you watch a college football game, any college football game, there are at least 4 or 5 players on each team, either named Jalen or Jaden.
Really?
Yeah.
Jaden.
Is there an uptick in goofy names for kids? Like, 'cause there's a whole bunch of college football people who are just stupid names. And like General Booty isn't one of his name?
Yeah, General Booty. I knew that.
Yeah, well, naming your son a military title has been a thing for a while. One of my best friends in middle school's name was Sergeant Nelson.
Sergeant Nelson?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Sergeant, that's pretty sick to be
Yeah.
honest.
That that's good.
And his mom named him that because his dad had been killed in the military, and his dad's mentor was his sergeant, and so whatever his middle name was the sergeant's name.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good name, though. I like
and then there was also a kid from my hometown whose name was King.
King?
His last name, I think his last name was Edward. Yeah, King Edward.
King Edward.
Yeah. And so that's been the rank of a military has been a thing for a while. But and then people get all nervous when you say black names and white names and all that. Not so much when you pointed out that it's a white sounding name, like my kids, Aiden and Laney. I mean, those are two white sounding names.
Yeah. Very white.
Well, mine and my wife's name, Jody, is a white name, and so is Richie. Most of the time, I always see people named Richie being Italian. Those are usually Italian guys, Richie.
Yeah. Richie Valens.
Yeah, which I am not Italian. And all that. But that's why it's so fun whenever I'm off somewhere, and especially when my kids are with me, and they ask for a name when we go to a restaurant. It'll be about 10 minutes, and we go, can I get a name? And I'll say something like, it's Ladarius.
I'm friends. Ferdinand.
Yeah. Or Quandarius is another one. I think there was a guy that played for Alabama named Quandarius.
Really?
Yeah. But only works though if the person working there is a kind of a nerdy white person.
Yeah, I get that.
It kind of
my
Ladarius. What was that other? It was my favorite name. I heard it on Love After Lockup. Lamondre. That was a good one. Lamondre. I give that name a lot.
Where did the name you used to use all the time, Percival Sweetwater?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
From Rodney Dangerfield. I heard him say that one time. Old comedian.
Can we get a name? It's Percival Sweetwater.
Or I would say, TJ is not my real name. My real name's Percival Sweetwater.
Oh, I see why you go by TJ. Yeah. Thank you.
Here's my favorite college football name that I've seen. It's Shittasilla. Shittasillah.
Shittasilla?
First name Shitta. Last name Silla?
Shilla. Yeah.
What does, the announcer's got it. We've got to look at that during the week and think, okay, we got to find a way. How do we work around this? Yeah.
Well, remember, we followed this player from high school. He's now in college. He plays wide receiver for Louisiana Tech. His name's Darelis Crawford.
The coldest
Crawford.
There is someone named Darelis.
Darelis was on that news story that time. Yeah. So, and isn't the coldest's middle name to ever do it?
It might be.
The coldest to ever do it, Crawford. And he's traveled in his college football career. He signed with LSU in the beginning, and then when Coach O left, he transferred to Nebraska, and now he's transferred to Louisiana Tech. So I don't know what was going on, but Louisiana Tech is not on the same level with LSU or Nebraska.
It doesn't seem very prestigious.
He's taken. That's where I went to college.
Well, technically speaking. But also, most definitely and not figuratively. They're definitely not on that same level.
Yeah. It's a big engineering school.
Is it really?
Louisiana Tech, yeah.
Engineering, the next generation of effing losers.
Yeah. The coldest, middle name, T-O, capital T-O, capital E-V-A, capital D-O, capital I-T.
To ever do it.
The coldest, first name, To ever do it, middle name. Crawford, last name.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
He's good, right? And he's a good player.
Well, he was one of the high recruits coming out of high school, but
Now he's at a less prestigious place.
yeah, I mean, it's still a decent program, but yeah, it's not Nebraska or LSU.
Yeah.
So maybe not to ever do it, but to
To do it recently.
the coldest from this house.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.
Hey, once again, we're here with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and this is the time for you to get some money from the equity in your home, right, Rich?
It is, and you can do it instantly.
Instantly.
If you've decided that I'm going to pay off credit card debts, or we're going to build that wonderful backyard kitchen that we've always wanted, or go on vacation, it's instant. You can apply today and get your money in 5 days. It's that simple, Ace.
And if you haven't decided, decide, because you can do it right now and save yourself a lot of money. HomeWithRichard.com has all the details. HomeWithRichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.